Hello, Vlogalogue, if that is your real name. I am not Alex. Nope, not. In fact, none of us are Alex, except for, of course, Alex, who I think we must all admit is the exception to the rule. So, yes, Kevin here talking to you, Vlogalogue, on a Friday because Alex has been stricken with life. It happens to the best of us. And in this case, it obviously has. So Alex is not comfortable trying to lead and wrangle Vlogalogue going forward. So he is stepping down and taking my slot on Monday, and will continue as a contributor. And I am stepping back into the moderator role for this channel, which is fun. Yes, but I do want to say, I was thinking back about kind of the history of this channel, because we've been going for, gosh, is it a year and a half, 2 years now? It's like a year and a half. I think we started January of last year, which is a long time for a collaboration channel. I think that's pretty awesome. And I was thinking that right now, I guess, yeah, first I should also announce that Niall is having to step away for a few weeks. And Carola T will be joining us, or Carola T, or Carola Tia, or Carola T. Pick your pronunciation of choice and then stick with it, rather than just saying all of the variations over and over again like an idiot would. But yes, so I was thinking back, so I'm very excited. She will be joining us for the time being, and I was thinking back, and that means that myself and Alex are kind of the two original members of this channel, because we've gone through, various people have had to bow out for various life reasons, and it has occurred to me that, and I even stepped away for a considerable period of time. So Alex is the member last standing. So I just want to give a big shout out and golf clap to Alex for both sticking through this thing thick and thin, and then also leading the channel for this period of time. So thank you very much to Alex for doing that. And yes, we shall move on. So I was thinking about kind of what is Vlogalogue anyway, because now I've got to moderate this thing again. And when we started up, the whole idea is that there are really kind of two rules. One is that it is a conversation. That it's not the place to be doing crazy editing. It's not the place to be doing tons and tons of jump cuts and trying to be entertaining. That really this is a discussion around the dinner table amongst friends, more than it is a, I guess, traditional YouTube thing. Kind of in a way that video responses on YouTube used to be. You're too young to remember video responses, but yeah, I mean that was basically the idea. And then there was the second rule. What was the second rule? I think those were the two rules. One is no. That's right. The second rule, and it kind of goes along with that whole goal, is that the prompt for the week is supposed to be something that is enough to really just get you started, and that if you want to go in a completely different direction on your day, that's entirely fine. The goal of kind of the prompts for the week are to give you enough to have something to say if you're feeling blocked, but not the sort of thing that restricts you. Because part of the nice thing about this is that it is kind of a regular weekly pattern of like, oh, it's time for me to make my video, and that it is supposed to be kind of as effortless as possible. Sort of the lowest requirements, and still, have a conversation that is meaningful. So that's kind of the goal. And so in the theme of that, kind of thinking about where Vlogalogue had been and where it is now and that sort of thing, I want to propose a topic for this week, and that is, I think that there are, it's important every so often to take a look on take kind of a macro view of our lives and think about, where we are, how things have been going generally, and, that sort of thing. Because it's very easy for us to get caught up. In a particular moment, my life is absolute misery. In another moment, I have the greatest life of all time. And depending on who you are, that can change on a weekly basis, it can change on a monthly basis, it can change on a For me, it's about every 2 minutes. Goes back and forth between those two things. And it's very difficult to get kind of meaningful insights out of that. And so I'm trying, at least in my own life, to try and bake in more time where I sit there and say, okay, let's look back on the past, however long period of time, and see, okay, well, what are the things that are better? What are the things that I'm less excited about? What are the things that I'm looking forward to in the future? Are there big drastic changes? Are there habits that I want to change? Things like that. So my question for you all this week, both the video makers and the people who view and comment, because we do like it when you comment. That's part of the whole conversation part. But the question is really, what were you doing a year from now? Or a year ago? Was life awesome? Was it miserable? Were you in school? Did you have different hobbies? Were you making a ton of videos? Were you not making any videos? What was your life like a year ago? And given that, where are you now? What has changed since then? What are the things that you're happy that have changed? What are the things that you're less happy that have changed? And what are the things that you're looking forward to doing in the future? Are there any insights that you can get from evaluating those two things? Because I think it's an interesting question. I think it'd be interesting to see how other people tackle kind of the whole life evaluation thing. Sort of a performance review, but not a miserable experience. Yeah. So that's the question for this week. Very excited to see what people come up with, and I will see you all next week. Have a great one, Vlogalogue.